Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that is a little bit controversial but also super eye-opening. So, why luxury brands are for poor people? That is very controversial, but yep, you heard me right. Let's get into it. The illusion of wealth. First things first, let's debunk a major myth. Just because somebody has fancy things like designer bags, jewelry and clothes, cars, doesn't mean that they are wealthy. In fact, many people who own these items are actually drowning in debt. Studies show that the average American is drowning in credit card debt and retail card debt of around $7,000, and this is an average. The reality, a lot of people are buying designer things to look wealthy, but not because they actually are. Take, for example, two people. One guy is paying $500 per month for a Toyota. The other guy is paying $500 per month for a BMW. But the guy with the BMW has paid $50,000 up front and has more costs to run the car. After 3 years, this guy has to give the BMW back. So on the face of it, the guy with the BMW looks richer, but his costs are a lot higher. And after 3 years, he will no longer own that car. The guy with the BMW may be drowning in debt, and that $50,000 that he paid outright for the car, the other guy is using that $50,000 to invest in the stock market, and that money is growing. So in theory, excluding all other assets, the guy with a Toyota is much richer. Just my final point on the illusion of wealth, spending habits are invisible. Nobody knows what people are spending on. For example, I spend a lot of money on travel, right? And then I use a lot of money to invest and save. But I know a lot of my friends or other people I know, they spend a lot of money on things, nice clothes, they get their hair done every month, they have Botox, they do all of these things that cost a lot of money, they have nice Louis Vuitton bags, but they don't invest and they don't save money. So on the face of it, which is a richer, fuller life? But maybe you think the life with travel experiences and saving a lot of money is fuller. Or maybe you think the person that buys a lot of things is fuller. It's really up to you, but you have to decide what you prioritize, which we will come on to in a bit. Okay, number 2, the old money mentality. This is very interesting. The old money, that's people that come from generations of wealth, don't usually flash the cash. They don't flash the money. The richest people you know may be sat beside you, but you wouldn't know because they'd be wearing shorts and a plain t-shirt and some basic trainers. People with money don't show it off. Think about it. When was the last time that you saw a tech billionaire walking around with a Gucci bag and Balenciaga trainers? You didn't. They don't do that. They don't have anything to prove. People that want to prove something are the ones that are going around with all the designer bags. But realistically, you don't know what their financial situation looks like. They're wealthy, but they don't need to prove it. Most people are building wealth in secret. Comparison and social media pressure. Now, let's get real about social media, whether that be TikTok, whether that be Instagram. We're always seeing these trends about what we want to buy. It's not real life. Instagram is constantly bombarding us with depictions of the perfect life. But these people's lives that we see on social media is not even their life. Luxury cars, expensive clothes, dream vacation. And it's easy to feel like you're falling behind if you don't have these things. But here's the truth. Social media isn't real. People post their highlights and not their struggles. And for all you know, that person with the latest Louis Vuitton bag may be really struggling with financial debts. Also, if we're going to talk about comparison, we always compare ourselves with people above us. But how about we also look at people that are below us? Some people in the world are living in war-torn zones. Some people don't have access to clean clothes, fresh water. Some people were just born into poorer circumstances in lower income families. And if you compare yourself, you're probably in the top 1% in the world when it comes to wealth. How to resist the trap. So here are 10 quickfire ways that you can resist the trap. 1. Recognize the root cause. Are you trying to prove something to someone? Do you want these things to try and get attention? What do you value? Reflect on why you feel the need to compete or be in line with others. Journaling can help with this, or speaking to a friend or a therapist. Number 2, focus on self-improvement and not competition. Think about how you can make yourself better each day, whether that be in your job, whether that be in your personal development, whether that be in your goals, whether that be in your fitness. Think about how you can improve yourself in aspects that are not just appearance related. Ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday, rather than am I better than these other people? Practice gratitude by listing 3 things every day that you're grateful for. That could be the fact that it was sunny today, my friends, my family, the fact that I got some praise at work today, the book that I read today. It could be anything, but having that gratitude will mean that you're not going to feel like you want to compare yourself to other people. 3, define your own values. What matters to you? Every day, write down, what do I deeply appreciate about my life? And what value do I want to show to the world? If you write that down, you'll probably see that your values are not aligned with buying luxury designer goods anyway. Number 4, set financial goals, create a budget. I'm definitely going to talk about this in other videos going forward. I love a budget and I have some free templates, but create a budget. And if you really, really want a designer bag, you don't have one, and you really feel like you want to do it, but it's not to compete with other people, it's because it would mean a lot to you and it would be a measure of success for yourself, then put it in the budget. Maybe you could save $100 per month, and after 10 months you have £1,000 or dollars or euros to spend on that Dior bag. But just put it in the budget, and you will find that once you have that money, you'll probably think, oh, I could go on holiday with that money. What would I prefer? So yeah, setting a budget means that you can be super intentional with your money, and you can save for something special rather than splurging on things that you see on Instagram. Number 5, practice mindful spending. Do I need this? Do I want this? Why do I want this? Wait 24 hours and think, do I still want this? Is this gonna add to my life? 6, limit exposure to triggers. I have an app called 1 Sec, which is really good, and it stops me from going on Instagram at night or when I'm bored. Think about when you want that dopamine hit, what do? Do you turn to Instagram? Do you turn to online shopping? Try and limit those exposures. Also, what I really like to do is follow inspiring accounts on Instagram. So right now on Instagram, I have gym accounts, I have inspirational quotes, I have travel accounts. I no longer follow models and fashion influencers, because that's just something that's going to make me want to buy more, consume, and compare myself to others that probably don't even look like that. So just limit your exposures to these things that make you feel like you need to compare yourself or you need to buy more things. 7, find non-material sources of joy. This could be kayaking, it could be going to the bar with your friends every weekend for non-alcoholic cocktails. It could be volunteering. It could be spending time with loved ones. Just think about, what do you like to do? What is a source of joy for you that is not going shopping? 8, surround yourself with the right people. There's the famous phrase, you are the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And that is really true. If you're spending time with people who are spending all their money on designer goods and they're not self-improving, or they're not earning more money, or they're not investing and they're not talking about investing and saving, then I'm not saying cut them out of your life, but I'm saying you need to surround yourself with people that are also in this mindset. Because my view is that if you clicked on this video, you probably are in the mindset of wanting to invest and save and be better in the future and not spend money on these luxury goods. So you need to also surround yourself with people who do the same. 9, remind yourself of the reality. What we said before, wealth is an illusion. The richest people don't have designer things. I think there was a survey done by Dave Ramsey's organization in the US, and something like 95% of millionaires owned second-hand cars. And the most popular cars were like Toyota, Ford. The wealthiest people do not necessarily walk around with designer bags, so just remember that. 10, celebrate your unique journey. Think about recognizing your own achievements, any promotions at work, new hobbies that you've managed to pick up, nice things that friends have said to you, habits that you've managed to stick to. Celebrate your own unique journey and it doesn't all have to be about finance, and it doesn't all have to be about what you have and the job title you have and the luxury things you have. Just celebrate your own unique journey and compare yourself to how you were yesterday. At the end of the day, wealth isn't about owning luxury items. It's about financial freedom, living within your means, and prioritizing what truly matters, like experiences, relationships, and peace of mind. So the next time you feel pressure to buy that flashy designer bag, ask yourself, am I doing this for me, or am I doing this to impress other people? Chances are the answer will surprise you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.